hope that you can understand this, and at the same time, I hope that I can find a way to explain this. Because to understand our end, to understand where we are, we must understand where we came from. Adam and Eve, they ate of the fruit of knowledge, good and evil. And I've always wondered, or here recently I began to wonder, what was the evil that they were to know the difference between? Because it is a perfect paradise, right? It is a perfect place, but yet, when they ate of that fruit, God said they had become like us, flesh and spirit. They had become like us to know good from evil, so there had to be some evil there. And honestly, I went down the rabbit hole of it. And what changed in Adam and Eve? They became self-aware. They became self-aware. They cared more about self than they did about God. See the problem there? That was the evil. The evil is becoming self. The evil is locking your mind upon what you need, your wants, rather than what God would have for you. For the Lord Jesus has prepared our paths, yes, He has, and He has prepared us to walk hand in hand with Him, allowing His Spirit to be with us, to lead us and to guide us. But yet we have to first remove self. Deny yourself and take up your cross and follow after me. But that is such a twisted thing, is it not? Because how do you know what is spirit and what is self? Because spirit and flesh work together as one in the beginning, when God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. And Jesus Christ being the image of the invisible God. Therefore, we were created in the image of Christ. Because Christ is the only image of the invisible God. But we have to give up on ourself, our own. It's a twisted thing. And it's so twisted and so complex that a little bit beyond me at the moment. But I hope that you can see how we are to deny ourselves, but understand how we are to deny ourselves, but yet the spirit and the flesh are to work together towards a common goal, a common good. And when you hit that perfect mark, that perfectness of spirit and self working together, doing the will of God upon the face of this earth, you're able to accomplish great things. Greater things than you ever could have thought of or dreamed of, just because you and the Spirit are working together. Instead of flesh and spirit warring against each other, flesh and spirit are working together. I hope you can grab this to some degree. I hope I continue to grab this to some degree. For we need to understand how it is to deny self, but yet still preserve self. For life is a beautiful thing. It is to be treasured. For, what is it? The gray hairs of a man show his wisdom and how God has been graceful to him to allow him to reach old age. There's so many things about life that are beautiful. And is that selfishness? Or are we to just embrace the day and say, it is what it is, this is my Lord's plan for me. But yet somehow in that, finding the way to do the will of the Spirit without self getting in the way. I don't know. Remember, share your gospel. If your gospel is hid, it's hidden to those that are lost. And have a blessed day.